Hello my friends, I hope you are doing well today. I want to put out another video today, something that I recently discovered and I wanted to share with you all in game that I think has some good value as far as your runs into the mirror universe. And I think that it's fair to say whether you're trying to upgrade the new officers like Mirror Picard and Data who take trellium-D, or you're trying to get a little bit extra for some of your refines in the trellium-D store, I guess we can call it that, in the Mirror Universe store. Coming by trellium-D can be a little bit hard to get. Scopely's given us some things, but there's one extra thing I wanted to walk you through that might be helpful. And so let's jump into the video today and talk about that, because the players matter. All right, commanders, here we are. I am in Mirror Hoven. So right here in this 48 system in the green space. With my tier 3, I have a few more components to upgrade before I can level it. My tier 3 ship. Now, as I said, as you're hitting hostiles in the mirror universe, so as we've talked about before, I should say that when you're hitting hostiles in the mirror universe, you know, you can get that trellium-D, the raw stuff that you have to refine. But one little thing they added this month that I don't know if everyone's aware of, I wanted to share this with you, is if you scan or zoom in, I should say, you can see all the different hostiles. There's one hostile here that packs quite a punch. Now, I have talked to some players, and some players with a high enough ship have actually beaten these. I've seen some of the loot drops from these. If you look at, for example, say in just a second here, this gives you 8 of the D and 5 of the A. If you click on this one, which is just a slightly higher, as Enterprise E hostile, gives 400 of the raw. I've seen some screenshot from players in 60 level hostiles that are much higher. And so the payouts can be quite nice as you get up in systems. And we'll look a second at some of the research, because I want to remind you about the research that will help you with your protector if you have one. If you don't have one, just kind of log this in the back of your mind until you unlock it, because this is a good strategy that you can deploy, especially when you're getting your protector up and the mining speed. As I released a recent video, I mined in one trip like over 400,000 trellium-D. It's only a tier 3 ship. 1.2 million of the trellium-A, and so fantastic. It's going to get even better. And so if you have extra refines or extra trips you want to take to the mirror universe, this actually hitting these hostiles can be one way to get you what you need for your goals. Well, like I said, whether that is to trying to upgrade or level the I should say tier up, and Mirror Picard, Mirror Data, they take trellium-D, or if you're looking at your store for refining and you need extra for the things you're trying to turn in. So let's go ahead and hit one. Now, I don't have the fantastic crew. I just put on some mitigation and damage, isolate damage officers. Don't judge me, please, based upon the crew I'm using. I just put those on there for the sake of the video. Maybe good, maybe not. There may be better options out there. We have to do some testing. Okay, so let's look at the loot. I got 2540. Not too bad for hitting one hostile, especially in this system. If we open up the box, let's see what we get. 400 trellium-D and 40 premium rift keys. Not bad. So those are also handy. Purpose of this video for me was to share with you how to get more of the refined trellium-D. And now I want to show you. Let's go here. I want to go to the next system. If you notice, that was a 50 level hostile, and these are all 48s, right? So in this 48 level system, Mirror, the Enterprise is 2 levels higher, a level 50. So I want to show you, and I expect you'll see this in upper level systems. I haven't checked the upper level ones, but I want to show you if we can find one. And I found that if you hit hostiles, that you can get one to spawn. So maybe let's hit some. And I tried zooming out to galaxy view and back, and it didn't seem to affect it. I know sometimes that strategy has worked for players before to get the hostiles to spawn. Just looking around, seeing if we can see one. Okay, let's just hit one or two more and see if we can get that Enterprise to spawn. There we go. See? Level 50. So if you're zoomed out, you won't be able to tell the difference between the Enterprise and the regular hostiles. And like I say, they pack quite a punch. I don't know if it has any talks about the damage per round. We could look at that, but they pack quite a punch. What's interesting to me, let's go ahead and hit one. I guess we'll leave those chests. We'll be able to tell the difference between what we get, because we should just get trellium-D and premium rift keys. Those premium rift keys may be helpful if you use this method to get more trips to the mirror universe and to get through it quickly. Okay, so this stuff right here should be from the hostiles that we hit before we get the one to spawn. But look, 440. We're not getting any more trellium-D. So you may see this as you go up in systems, that you may see that you'll get the same rewards. So you could actually go to one of these lower systems and just spend like 30 minutes farming hostiles, depending how strong your ship is. So that's one strategy, and you could probably stock up on thousands per trip, even with a low level ship. But just a reminder, you're going to need all this stuff, and this is hopefully just a short video here, but you're going to need all this refined trellium-D in order to do turn-ins here. I've done a bunch of turn-ins here. I didn't, before I figured this out and made a video about it, I didn't pull everything here, but everything here is going to take some trellium-D. I mean, right here, I could pull this right here if I wanted to. I'm not going to, because that seems kind of deplorable to me. Has some billion tokens, so I guess it's helpful so people, when they raid you, can't get you for everything you have. But lots of good stuff here, and you can actually start working on and maxing some of this stuff if you have more trellium-D. So what's the strategy in my mind? In summary, you go to the mirror universe to do your mining, and if you haven't checked out my previous video or talked about the mining, they have significantly increased the rates for how much trellium-D and A you can mine. And I mentioned that earlier in the video here, but it's phenomenal, the amount or the increase that they changed it to. So you could take one trip for the trellium-A, one trip for the trellium-D, and obviously as you get higher levels, it's going to get even better, I think. And then you can take the extra tokens you have if you have time, and this is all on you. I get that if you don't have the time, don't feel pressured, but here's an option for those who want to find more ways to get refined trellium-D to farm it, and so you can max your turn-ins more often, maybe even daily. Max those turn-ins to get as much out of that mirror universe story as you possibly can, from officer shards to whatever it is you're pulling from there. You know, parts or upgrade items to upgrade your holodeck. I was like, what is this building called again? To upgrade your holodeck. You know, you can get those in the store. You can max your pulls for your forbidden text stuff for proto matter and catalyst. There's a lot of really great stuff in there, and you may not be able to max it all, but maybe this strategy will give you a way that you can. So hopefully this information is helpful. Watch out for those higher level systems. You'll have to zoom in, so you or you'll have to make sure that you click on the hostiles, you know, click on them, look at the picture before you hit it, because you don't want to accidentally hit one of the enterprises in those systems. And I said I was going to mention this, I almost forgot, so I apologize. But where you can see this, like I said, this video, people are going to, I know, comment that they don't have the ship yet, but just trust me and say this is good information. but in the mirror universe, you can actually get research to increase the effectiveness of your protector to be able to do damage to that ship. So if you don't have a ship that can do it, that is a great option to help you do that. So hopefully this information is informative and helpful. Hopefully it helps you get more of those refines in, and each player, I think, is going to have to find the balance of how often do you go and do this to stock up enough to do your turn-ins. It will depend on how much of the how highly tiered your ship is and how much you can mine with your protector. Versus how much time you want to spend go farming these refined items you can get from these enterprises. So just a strategy to help you. Hopefully it's helpful. We'll talk to you next time.